Morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to talk about this No7 Airbrush Away Radiance Boosting Primer. The Airbrush Away primer is not new, that has been out for quite some time, but I think that they've now just changed the packaging. I'm on the Boots page now, I just want to have a look. Yes, so the packaging of their primers now looks like this. Before it was, I think it was in a shorter, stubbier pot, because I did try the Airbrush Away primer. So there is the original Airbrush Away primer, then there is a pore minimising primer, same packaging except that it's got blue on the bottom. The original's got brown, this one has got a kind of peachy colour, and this one is the Radiance one, and then there is the colour balancing primer. I also have the pore minimising primer, which I'm going to review in a separate video, and this one is about this. It is a very, very brief, well, I don't know, you know, it is me, but it's as brief as I can be because it's a first impressions review, and also for another reason which I'll explain. In fact, I'll explain it to you now. Basically, I struggle to find a radiance boosting primer to make much sense to me. The only one that convinced me otherwise was the Becca backlight primer, the Becca backlight primer. I did a video on that, you may remember, and I adore it. I absolutely adore it, and it's the only foundation, not foundation, it's the only primer that is a radiance boosting primer that I've put on and thought, ooh yes, that does make a difference to my foundation. And I still don't quite understand how it can do that, because I wear quite a full coverage foundation, quite a thick foundation, and so I don't know how things can shine through that, if you see what I mean, because it's thick and it's the aim of foundation is to cover imperfections, so I feel like I'm always masking the things that I use. So that's why I was kind of skeptical, but I was interested in trying it. It is £16.50 for this, and I think that that's very expensive. I think if you're going to buy this, I would suggest using the vouchers that you get from Boots, which give you £5 off. Now, it only gives you £3 off makeup, so that would make it £13.50, and I still think that's quite expensive because you only get 30ml. And for example, I've done a review of a Benefit primer, and in that one you get 50ml, and that one's £21. So, you know, I don't think this is a high-end brand. I do think sometimes Boots No7 is overpriced, unfortunately. I guess they're that way because they do offer these vouchers a lot of the time. But bear in mind that it depends what foundation you use over the top of it as well. So, you know, if you wear a really light BB cream, for example, over the top, then it is going to show through more. If you use the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, then it won't show as much because that's a very thick matte foundation. Again, it depends if you use a Radiance foundation on top of it. Okay, shush, let's just get on with the claim. So it says this clever light diffusing primer can help. Skin looks it doesn't say help with what though. Skin looks instantly healthier, more radiant, and appears flawless as if airbrushed. Yeah, I didn't find that, I have to say. It's beautiful. It looks white. I think when I show you it, you'll think, oh, that's a white primer. But actually when you put it on, it's kind of pink. It's got a pink, it's like a duochrome type product. Do you see now it's gone pink? As soon as you put it on, it turns pink. It's lovely. It's a beautiful colour. I really love the colour of it. But I wouldn't say that my skin appears flawless with it on. But it does give a beautiful colour to the skin. So that's it rubbed in. See against that hand there. Like I said, I wouldn't say that it appears flawless, but it definitely makes it more radiant, yes. It does look healthier, yes, because it's that pink. I think if you put pink on your skin, I feel like it does make you look healthier. And yeah, I don't know about airbrush with just this. Perhaps when you've got your foundation on top, it helps. Blurred, that's what I was thinking. It does definitely blur any imperfections. And if I was somebody to go out without makeup, I would definitely wear this on my skin alone. I think it's beautiful on the skin alone, the same as with the Becca one. Ingredients, it has water's the first ingredient, then it has dimethicone and cyclopentasiloxane, which is a silicone, both silicones. It has, oh, there's more silicones there. So it's quite silicone heavy. I have said this a lot lately. I don't like the feel of silicones most of the time, but a lot of primers that I've tried lately with silicones in them, I don't mind, and this is one of them. And it doesn't feel silicone-y to me. It doesn't feel greasy, so it depends on the reason why you don't like silicones. If you feel like they break you out or make your skin clogged, some people feel that, then it doesn't matter. But if, like me, you don't like it because they feel greasy, this one doesn't feel greasy at all. It does also have mica in it, which I don't personally know of anybody that's allergic to it. I've never heard of it being an allergen. However, I know that Marlena from Makeup Geek says that she doesn't like products with mica. I'm pretty sure it's mica in it, or maybe it's talc. But anyway, just to let you know, it's got mica in it. It also has parabens. Again, that's something that some people are concerned with. I personally am not, but it does have parabens in it. So it's got silicones, it's got mica, it's got parabens. It does not, however, have any alcohol, and it does not have any fragrance. I'm looking because I don't have my glasses on, and I'm like, is there something there that I'm missing? Because you know how they're always quite small, the ingredients. Let's make it massive. Make sure I'm not missing anything. No, it definitely doesn't have any perfume, doesn't have any alcohol. So I'm delighted with the ingredients. I think it's really, really pretty, and to me it shows through a little bit on your foundation if you're wearing a thinner foundation. So what was the foundations I used it with? My True Match, which is what I've got on today, and I do have a little bit of it on today, but I put it on top of, I used the Professional Matte Rescue, which I've done another review on, and then I put a little bit of this on top because it, like I said, it gives it that little bit of luminosity. And then I use my True Match foundations. That's what I've got on. And then the other time I used it was with my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra. So with my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra, that one is a thicker, more matte foundation, and it didn't show through as much. But if you like to wear a sort of luminous or thin to sort of light to medium coverage foundation, then I think that you'll enjoy this. It does give a lovely tone to the skin, or even just to wear on its own or underneath a BB cream, something like that. One other thing to note is, of course, when I'm wearing something like an oil control primer, then it does control my oil. But even when I don't always wear a primer, and when I haven't, this has made no difference to my oil. It hasn't made my skin more oily. I know that that will be a concern, and I haven't got any breakouts from it. I can sometimes get little pimples if I use something that I feel like clogs up my skin or anything like that. I have had no breakouts, and it hasn't made my oily skin any worse at all with this. There's no effect in that, in the skincare arena at all. So I really like it. I just wish it was a bit less expensive. I'm really enjoying this, and much as I love the Becca Backlighting Primer, I actually prefer the fact that this one has got a little pink in it. I do think it's expensive for it being number 7. However, the Becca Backlighting Primer is £32 for 30ml. This is 30ml and it's £16. So when you look at it like that, this is half the price of the Becca for the same amount. I would probably repurchase this one over the Becca one. And I've got the soap. Do you remember I showed a dupe of the Becca one, which was the Soap and Glory one? But I prefer the packaging and the colour and the feel of this than the Soap and Glory one. And actually, the Soap and Glory one has got a very strange smell to it, which kind of puts me off. But with the ingredients in this, the fact that they've got no perfume and alcohol, this I think will be a really good choice going forward for me to use this over and above all the others. And it's a great traveller if you, again, with the Becca ones in a glass bottle. It's a beautiful glass bottle, but this is better if you're somebody that travels a lot. Okay, I think I've covered everything. I told you it would be brief. I said at the start, did I say it was going to be brief? And it certainly isn't, but I am going to do a review of the Pore, what is it called? There's one that's for pores anyway, in this same range, and I'm going to do a separate video review of that one, and I've also done one for the Benefits. At the moment it seems to be primers and mascaras that are new out, because I feel like every day I'm having to try a different primer and a different mascara, and I'm like, Revlon came out with 5 mascaras. I'm like, you couldn't have come out with, you know, a new foundation, a new lip gloss so that I could test it all in one day. I've got to do it over all of these separate days, but hey ho, that's the way it goes clearly. If you've got any questions, of course, feel free to ask me. I'll list everything in the description that I've got on my face, and that's everything. Thanks for watching. And